Alright, round 3. We're up against some kind of blue-black control-ish deck. Yeah, it's not a very good one. I don't know this deck very well. I don't even know if it's a real archetype. It's got like Tombstalker as a win condition, Wasteland. I'm sure it has discard and counter spells. So it might be a bad matchup because as a control deck, our deck is much better against non-control decks. Except in the case of Jace. That is the one thing. But they might also have Jace, so we might not even have an advantage in that area. This hand is bad, but we're going to keep it in hopes that, well, I mean, in this matchup, we don't mind having a lot of lands, and we don't really need to interact early on, I would think. So if he has anything really good on the first couple turns, we're in trouble, but it's most likely he's just gonna... He might make us discard this one path exile. Is this gonna do nothing? Alright, it looked like he was pretty close to doing it. Did he actually wait till turn 2? Interesting. I don't know why he would do that. Even if he knew what I'm playing, I don't see why he would do that. Huh. Well, either way he had the path, so whatever. I think in a matchup like this, I normally wouldn't play around Wasteland, but since the beauty of MTGO replays lets me play around anything I've seen. Right, okay, I saw that in the other game too. I just didn't understand it. Alrighty. I guess we'll wait just to see if we do a Spell Pierce, I think. Alright, well, that's not bad. God, that's really bugging me. Uh-oh, shows us a daze. This is not what it looked like in the other game that I watched. This is more like a combo deck, but why would he have Tombstalker? So he's going to force us into... Let's see, how do you want to play this? We're going to play Tundra. He's going to force us into walking into a Daze or a Spell Pierce. Actually, it's... Actually, I don't have to walk into a Daze, technically. I could wait till next turn. But that also just lets him have another turn. Would I rather path this guy? Nah, I think we'll Swords it. We'll let him have 12 life. That is pretty awkward, but if we take this guy out this way, it's yeah, that was a heaping amount of card advantage. We traded this and a 2/1 for Force, Daze, Dreadnought, Stifle. Oh shit, here comes Tombstalker. Alright, need another Snappy. Nope. So, Explosives is interesting in this matchup. It gets Dreadnought, it does not get Tombstalker. Alright, let's race. This is a little awkward. We have to go fetch up what's it? Underground Sea if we have to use this, but that's fine. Because, I mean, that protects our ruins, technically, and our black mana is still relevant. Man, maybe I shouldn't have given him 12 life. Ah, Snuff Out. I cannot pierce that. Snuff Out is an interesting one. It's not bad by any means. I guess it's better than Dismember. Costing 0, costing 1. Costing 0 is better. Even if you have to have a swamp in play. Really? His deck just keeps surprising me. We have one more turn. If he hits, then we can't crack this. Alright. Well, I think that's it. Yep, that is it. Wow, that was really awkward. Okay, so his deck seems pretty bad to me. Like it's just awful against pinpoint removal. So it's kind of like Rug Delver because it's playing all these Wasteland Daze, Force of Will, but instead of 1-drop and 2-drop threats, it has Tombstalker, Dreadnought, and then it actually does have Delver. So treating it basically like Rug Delver in a lot of ways. Let's see. Jace is actually good though because it's good against every single creature he has. It's a little expensive considering some of the cards he's playing, but I think we actually want it. Lingering Souls is good. Terminus, I'm hoping our pinpoint removal will be enough, and he shouldn't have more than one threat in play, I think. So I think I'm gonna go with the 6 of those, and still keep in the explosives because they're good against a good amount of his threats, not all of them. But and what are we cutting? Well, against Rug Delver, I cut Force of Will. I think this is the same thing basically. I also cut Inquisition against them because they have Wasteland. That is the same. The same thing is true here, but I don't think they put as much pressure on us as fast, so we can afford to keep those in. And we don't actually want the Terminuses, so. Pretty good. Still curious about that turn 2 Inquisition he did last game. I wonder if he would do the same thing this game. No, he's going to turn 1 at this time? Okay. Okay, he's tanking on Daze. That's fine, I guess. Takes my... Oh, no, okay. Well, I'm still putting him on Daze. If I were him, I probably would have done it. Yeah. Okay, that's quite the top 3 cards. Really? Okay. Well, I still got you on Daze, so I'm not gonna... Well, I wouldn't crack this anyway. And I think Jite is correct, because he's very apt to kill this guy. He might also force it. Okay, yeah, alright. That's fine. Exiling Jace. Okay, well, that's not exactly what I expect from Rug Delver, or something like Rug Delver. And you know what? He does have Stifle. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this now for that reason. Okay. Also, you could also spell Pierce. So I should make sure to play around that as well if I can. Okay. I can. Okay, yeah. That's for the Dreadnought. It's also actually good against this deck, but I'm sure he main decked it. Turns off Snapcaster, Stoneforge, and click. I mean, this guy's actually not a really big deal if I resolve Lingering Souls, so I'll just let it live. Save the swords for the bigger guys. Oh shit. Alright, I guess that's fine. Man, why do people board that in against me? Is it because of Lingering Souls? If I was mono red, I would definitely not board that in. But if I was this guy, well, let's see. Lingering Souls is pretty good against him, for one thing. The Torpor Orb shuts off the Snapcasters, so it has very limited use. I'd probably bring in no more than one. Yeah. And then, of course, sometimes I could play around that, but probably not if I don't know he actually has it. Play around it by just waiting until I have 5 mana. Okay, he drew a fetch, so he can check his trigger, then sack that now. This one I don't think I thought about as far as boarding. So he gets Torpor Orb. Not much else that I can think of. Snapcaster Mage. I don't need. Actually, I'm sure he plays Snapcaster. That actually doesn't make sense with Tombstalker or Torpor Orb. Never mind. He's probably not playing Snapcaster. And since he took out my souls, I'm just going to get an attack and plan on swordsing that. Actually, I think I should swords it now. Just to prevent this interaction from occurring. So if he has Tombstalker, he can cast it. Because he doesn't have it. So should I brainstorm right now? I think I should. Yeah. This is dead, I think. What did he just do? He's getting my swords? Alrighty. Well, it is a good card against him. Let's see. If he had a creature, I think he'd still do this first, then just cast it. So I still don't think he has a creature in hand. Fantastic. Well, this could be better than a land. Maybe. Yeah, we'll go ahead and... No, I don't know. We'll put this on top. If he wastelands us, we're going to want to have an extra land, so... Actually, also... Gotta play around days still. At least days. Possibly Pierce. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and draw. We're gonna take the island first. We're gonna put this guy away. Okay. So if he doesn't waste us, we'll crack our fetch. Actually, the C might have been better than the Caracas. Ew. He's playing that too? So he's playing like top and Trinket Mage? That's... Well, okay. He should be playing Trinket Mage. But that's a non-bow. But Trinket Mage does get the Dreadnought. Could just be playing top. Guess that's fine. That's actually a card I get spell snared. Oh my god. Is this guy behind me? Does he know? No. Yeah, he knew I had a spell snare. And then I brainstormed and he assumed I didn't have one anymore. This guy. He somehow knows. Yeah, we're gonna play around days. The clock is the same, so might as well. Sure. Okay, dokie. This is pretty good Tombstalker. You can counter any bonfire for 7. Easy. Force of Will. Come on. Alright. So I learned a few things about his deck, but I have no idea what I'm doing against it. The snare is going to go out. Well, actually, it still hits the orb and the counterbalance. Orb is actually good against me. Maybe I should just have disenchant instead, well, or explosives. We'll go with explosives. It hits the orb, the counterbalance, the couple of the creatures. Yep, I think that's fine. Also, if he has Jace, he does have Jace. Having Force of Will might not be the worst thing, but I have nothing I would want to cut whatsoever. Maybe Jite. Yep, too late. Also, could have brought in the disenchant. Alright, sure. That's actually not that great, but guarantees we get a Mystic in play. He's on 5. So if he Inquisitions me... Yes. Probably the explosives. Probably not a Mystic. Unless he's got Daze plus Snuff Out to kill all of them. When you're on 5 and you're playing a Force of Will deck against a deck that doesn't really care about Force of Will, you're at a pretty big disadvantage. You could always do that. God, this guy and his surgical extractions. He basically mulliganed a 4, but he just got lucky. Nabbed all my mystics from my hand. Now I'm on 4. We're both just on 4. Make it a fair game, I guess. Ah, he left me one. What a friend. What a nice guy. I drew one of the better cards. Come on. Stop here. I'm probably gonna go beat down with my Snapcaster. Actually, I could have done it. No, he would have. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna beat down. The beats. And should I get non-basic? No, I want to be able to cast Jace if he draws a wasteland. Oh, that was a good draw too. Ooh, brainstorm. That's a good one. How are we gonna play this one? So I'm sensing a sorcery speed brainstorm. So we're gonna respond with click. I don't know. Maybe I should have done it before he had brainstorm in his hand. He just didn't cast it. I guess we have to click now. I'm pretty surprised he didn't cast it. God, I hate that card. I could have played around that, huh? Yeah, I could have. I forgot to play around it. Makes sense why he didn't brainstorm, I guess. Do I want to get greedy? I do. I definitely do want to get greedy right now, but I don't know if I should. God, it'd be so good if I could draw a land off this brainstorm. But if I don't, I think I lose. I'm not actually in any trouble right now. We'll go with the safe play. He's gonna force it. Great. Alright, guess we're brainstorming now. Oh man, if only I was super greedy. I think we could still win with this though. We're gonna go with. We're gonna click to make sure the coast is clear first. Then we're gonna Jace. Actually, you know what? To click, we have to sack our fetch land. That might have been a mistake. Though I don't know if I want to walk Jace just right out there into a daze or a... And now I have to crack this too. That's okay. I didn't actually want to click that much. Actually, I kind of did. But I would rather just draw a land right here and not get dazed. Well, that's fine, I guess. Sucks that it's a path and not a swords, but I'll take it. He's on 2 cards in hand, 2 lands in play now, thanks to Path to Exile. Straight to end step. Alright, Jace, this is your moment. This is it. Yes. Alright. Let's see. What are we afraid of right now? To be honest, we're not afraid of anything from him. All of his threats are weak to Jace. There's no way for him to destroy it without 4 mana. And if I Fate Seal, I don't know if I'd actually want him to have a land or not to have a land. So we're just going to brainstorm. Might, nope, okay, I was going to say he might stifle that. We're going to protect our Jace. Actually, do we want this? We have explosives in the yard. We'll just protect our Jace and keep the ruins, I think. No, we might as well keep the Strand. Because either way, we can have the Ruins again. If we want to. But the Strand we can only have if we keep it right now. Or, I phrased that wrong. With the Strand in hand, I get the decision to keep the Ruins if I want to. If it's on top, then I just have to keep the Ruins. Yeah, this game's over. This game's over. I think we'll end it faster by brainstorming still. Ew. Oh, I forgot to play around Stifle. Didn't have it. Alright. So I could unsummon Snapcaster. Snapcaster Brainstorm. Probably not as good as just brainstorming. So I don't actually care about what's in her hand whatsoever. It's probably a Force of Will, anyways. So we'll get rid of that. But click, I will take. So we're gonna click him on his draw step actually, and guess we could. Well, I guess we could hide explosives. Probably not sacking this fetch land. Resolves. So I think his out here is, well, if he had any kind of removal that wasn't Snuff Out, it doesn't matter. He's so dead. He has no outs. Yeah. All right, we're 2-1 now, so 1 to go.